Okay, so I am videotaping now for all of the students that have other classes this evening. Again, this is Zoom. It's a free software that is available to anyone. You can use a laptop, a tablet, a cell phone. You can show your face or you can mute your face. You can share a screen. There's lots of things you can do, and it's free, I think, up to 45 minutes. For extra credit in any one of my classes, 101 or 102, the only extra credit available this semester will be for you to do sessions with your classmates. You can do practice before oral exams. You can videotape yourselves doing some homework together, whatever the case may be. You use Zoom, you make the link and you send me the link, and that'll be the only extra credit available this semester. And the points will go directly on your test or on that chapter. Okay? All right, I downloaded Google Chrome and I'm still not able to hear any sound. Make sure the mic is on. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna try to share the screen. Let's see if I can share this. I hope so. I got 3 screens here in front of me, so I'm sorry I'm not looking directly at you. It's kind of hard to be the moderator and the host at the same time, but I'm gonna pause the video for one. Has everyone found their syllabus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, you should be able to see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go to Blackboard. Try this guy all the way down here. I didn't say Black Friday, I said Blackboard. So the syllabus for 101 and 102 is exactly the same. The only difference is the course calendar. So most of you here tonight with me are in Finish 101. So most of you, the thing that you need to know is what's on this course calendar, when are the due dates, what do you have to turn in, where do you have to do it, etc., etc. So in your Blackboard, go to syllabus on the left-hand side. Okay. When you log into Blackboard, you're going to see your courses. On the right-hand side, you should see a bunch of courses, whatever you're enrolled in.
Blah, 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 blah.
And so I'm going to click in here. That's 101, one of the sections of 101. Right. First thing that you see when you go into our course is my contact information. some of you, and I don't know if you're on here with us tonight, but some of you are already not following directions. I gave you my cell phone number, but that doesn't mean for you to text me, you know.
Where's the cell phone number?
There is my cell phone number right here where it says work phone.
Where it says office phone?
It shouldn't say office phone. It should just say work phone.
Oh, mine says office.
Okay, are you in 101 or 102?
101.
Your screen, what I see on my screen, it's contact. That's the port of entry, is the contact information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it 336781?
Yes, that's it. Okay.
9711.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, so when you guys need to contact me, the very first way to contact me is via email. Do not text me before you email me. All concerns must be emailed first, okay? I'm pretty responsive. I do not have to answer emails on the weekends, so just know that if you email me Friday, 10 o'clock at night, I don't have to answer your email till Monday or even Tuesday, okay? And that, I think that goes for your other professors as well. It doesn't mean that I won't answer. Chances are I probably will work on weekends, but we don't have to. So be mindful if you have, let's say you have a due date or a deadline, you know, don't wait to contact me with a concern right up until that deadline, okay? Always email me first with your concern, and then I'll tell you, hey, call me, or hey, text me, or whatever the case may be, and you already have my cell phone number in that case. If you text me, some of you already have, if you text me before you email me, like if that is your first point of contact, I will not respond to your text message because you didn't follow directions, okay? And also, please be mindful that this is my cell phone number. Somebody texted me last night at 11:30 at night, and it woke me up, and I don't like to be woken up. So please be mindful of that. I can gladly take texts or phone calls between 7 in the morning and 9 o'clock at night. Anything past 9 o'clock at night, honestly, it's a little maybe even disrespectful, okay? So please don't text me after 9 o'clock. If it's an emergency, call 911, guys, okay? Any questions about my cell phone? Any questions? So the first point of contact, what does it need to be?
Email.
Email.
Email, okay, email. Perfect, great. And also because that helps me keep record of what the concerns are. If you just start texting me or calling me, I have no way to keep record of that, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go to syllabus. And this is where it's located. I wanna say it's like 17, 18, 19, I don't know, something 19, maybe 19 pages or so. It does contain your course calendar already in it, so there will be no other separate attachment. Everything is already there. I do suggest that you print your syllabus, have a hard copy of it because it does have the course calendar. I will not send any reminders about homework or tests or quizzes or anything. It's on the course calendar. No other reminders will be sent, nothing like that. So always have your syllabus with you with the course calendar.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of dragging here because I'm actually recording this entire meeting, but hopefully you already have the syllabus in front of you. And so I'm just gonna kind of quickly scan right over it. I'll tell you the most important things from the syllabus. I already told you about how to contact me. I do not have a physical office on campus. I do not have an office. Don't look for an office. I do not have one. In the event that you want to meet with me, the priority for meeting will be via Zoom. And if you want to see me face to face, then we're going to have to schedule an appointment that's mutually beneficial. If you turn to the second page of your syllabus, like I said, hopefully yours is already up. Mine is kind of dragging. The required resources, you have to purchase access to Cengage. Those of you in 102, you already paid for this last semester. Those of you in 101, you can purchase a 2-semester access. I think it's for $119. It'll also give you access to all of your other classes. Let's say you have math is on Cengage or your biology class is on Cengage. That $119 will cover access to every single one of your classes that is on Cengage. This information is found right here. If you're having issues with Cengage, I know 1 or 2 of you have already had a little issue with a little hiccup with your access code. You need to contact Cengage directly because I don't have any access to any of that. Also, we do have our own book representative. Her name is Ana de Yosa, and this is her email address. She's very helpful. She's very, very responsive. One of the things that I urge you, that I strongly recommend that you do, that you rent for a few bucks. You can rent a paper copy of this book. The reason is because on Cengage, it is really hard to toggle between screens for you to look at the vocabulary or look at examples and then complete your assignments. It's really hard to toggle between screens. So it's gonna be very, very beneficial if you rent a paper copy of the book, or you can just print out the pages. You can, well. I'm one of the harshest instructors with email etiquette. Please read carefully the section on email etiquette. If you email me and I do not respond to you, it is probably because you didn't follow email etiquette, okay? Please read this carefully. There is no makeup work accepted in any of these courses, and no Spanish courses in the department will accept makeup work. You have weekly assignments. Your assignments will open on Monday and they will close Saturday evening. They'll open Monday at 7 in the morning and they will close Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Throughout that week, you're responsible for submitting your assignments. Whatever you didn't submit will just get a 0. Don't ask me for an extension. There's nothing that you can do. If you have an illness that lands you in the hospital, or maybe you're one of our national reserves and you're going to be at camp, those particular instances, you need to email me with proof far in advance, not after you return, in advance of your departure, so that then I can see what I can do for you so that you don't get behind or you don't get penalized on your grade. Other than that, there is no late work, no makeup work, and that is detailed in the syllabus several times. Grades of incomplete are only given to students are only considered for a grade of incomplete if they have worked successfully all the way up to April, to the last 2 weeks of the course. Those are the only students that would qualify for an incomplete. So let's say that you barely do anything all semester. At the end of the semester, don't ask for an incomplete because I won't consider you for it. Here's the grading scale. It's the university grading scale. Here are our percentages and activities. Each exam is worth 10%. Your quizzes are worth 15%. All of your homework online is worth 20% of your grade. You'll have a couple of writing assignments. You'll have a couple of oral assessments, and then your final exam is worth 10% of your grade. Each of these here, your quizzes and your exams, they're either on MindTap or on Blackboard, and I will notify you before the assessment to let you know where to take it. The answers on the work on MindTap, we have it set up so that you cannot see the answers even after you submit. So if you have an assignment and you're like, oh, I thought I got it, or why did I get this answer wrong, or whatever the case may be, email me and we'll get together and I'll help walk you through that or tutor you through that. But otherwise, this piece right here in bold just says that you will submit the assignments, and we won't share the correct answers with you. That's a department policy. The midterm exam, it could be just a chapter exam. The final exam is the only exam that is cumulative. You can peruse that at your leisure. Extra credit I've already spoken on. The only extra credit that I'll allow is sessions via Zoom that you send to me. So stop it. You can start finding a partner, and maybe if you have a friend or two in the class, you guys should link up, and whatever you do active and proactive for the class, you meet via Zoom, make a link out of it, send it to me, and that'll give you some points. The rest of the syllabus is just university mandated information. You can peruse that at your leisure. I'm at the academic dishonesty policy. Just know that if I suspect that you have used a translator service like Word Reference, Google Translator, whatever the case may be, if I suspect you of using this service, you'll receive a 0 for the assignment and the grade will stand. So I don't expect for any of you in either class, 101 or 102, to have, there's certain tenses that you've never learned. There's just certain words that they're not even in the book. So those are all red flags. If I find or I suspect that translators were used, you'll just get a 0. If I suspect on a test that you have cheated, I will void the test and you'll have to come to campus and take the exam in front of me. Here's some pieces about online etiquette, tone and courtesy in writing, etc. And I'm just gonna kind of scroll down here to the course calendar. So the course calendar, you have your due dates. It says my internet connection is unstable, so I hope you guys can still see this or hear me. This is the information of the chapter, and then these are the assignments that are assigned in MindTap, okay? So let me switch here. All right, so going to MindTap, this is what MindTap looks like when you go ahead and register, enter your access code. The information is on Blackboard for you to do that, for you to join our course. This is what it looks like when you go in. So I'm gonna X out of that. You'll get an extra, you'll get this little pop-up here for you to take a tour. It'll show you around. I highly recommend that you do that. And now this is my instructor screen, so you won't see this, but you will see this. I always want you guys to put it on the calendar view. So this is your calendar view right here. And on your calendar view, you're gonna view all of the assignments by week. So right now is week 1, and I think this is Spanish 101. So you have, yes you do. You have 9 activities this week that are due Saturday night that are graded, okay? All the activities that I have on here are graded. And they all target different things. So you'll have a listening, you'll have a speaking, you'll have a little bit of writing, you'll have reading, things like that. The Are You Ready kind of gets you prepared for what you're gonna see. Children. So every chapter is going to start with a ready, a goals. I put flashcards in there for you, and I put pronunciation practice in there for you as well. Right? So you're always going to start with the ready, and the ready helps you to prepare to learn the new concepts. It's basically your textbook. And you look over here, what it's trying to tell you, you hit the blue button, and you just kind of follow the prompts. To get access to your book, it's this key right here, this little blue book here. You can click on that. And this is what I was referring to, that it's kind of hard to toggle between screens, which is why I highly suggest that you rent a paper version of this book, or that you go to the computer lab and start printing some pages. So this is your book right here. Every time that you click on book, you will have to go into the chapter. That's one of the things that I don't really like, that you have to find the chapter each and every time. So this would be the very first chapter, and you can scroll up and down, and then you can go page by page, okay? So there it is. This is your textbook right here. You can view it bigger. Again, I know I've said it before, please get a paper copy of this, or please print the pages, because otherwise I think you're gonna maybe get a little bit frustrated every once in a while. So this is MindTap. There's a highlighter feature if you want to highlight something in the book. It's right here. Let's see if I can move this box. Yep, there it is right there. There's a glossary for you. Here's some flashcards, but I've also assigned them to the calendar. So I'm going to exit out of here. Are there any questions so far?
No.
I have a question. If we like exit out of the homework after we started, is it gonna automatically give us a 0, or we could like go back into it?
So some of the assignments, you have 3 attempts. The only thing that you do not have multiple attempts on is a test or a quiz. Once you open a quiz or a test, you have to finish it and submit through finished. If you get out of it, it's gonna submit for you, and it's not gonna be a good grade. Everything else, you can open it, you can work on it, you can let it be, you can submit it once and come back to it later. But you have 3 attempts on all of the other little tasks, like the ready, the learn it, the got it, the use it, and the practice it. But if it's a test or a quiz, you have to finish straight through. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna look here and see, the chat room's buzzing a little bit, so I'm just gonna are there any questions here? Jacque is looking for somebody that's in Spanish too. Jacque, she was my student last semester. She's excellent. So if you want to work with somebody, look for her, Jacque Frazier. If you're in 102 and you want a partner to work with. Okay, could you go over the due dates and explanations of assignments? All right, let's look at that. So again, I'm on calendar view in MindTap. It's this little calendar here. And it's going to show you everything week by week, okay? Calendar view right here. And it's going to show you everything that's due week by week, okay? So let's say you start working on this tonight. You're going to click, you're going to do it, it'll be done, and then it'll disappear, or it'll show you in green. That'll show you I made 100, it's green. Then you click on this one and you keep going until they're all green. Let's say that you finish this and you're one of my ambitious students and you want to start on week 2. Well, guess what? You can't. Week 2 doesn't open till next week, okay? Week 2 will not open till next week. So you can only work within the week that you are in. Again, every week your assignments open on Monday at 7 in the morning, and I close your assignments Saturday night at 11:59, okay? The grading will be broken down in Blackboard. For every chapter that we do, you'll get a grade, a cumulative grade. So your average for chapter P will be your grade in Blackboard. Your average for chapter 1 will be your grade in Blackboard, etc. And everything is here. Everything is here. And like I said, I gave you a mix of different types of assignments: reading, writing, speaking, listening. Okay? You definitely want to start meandering this system tonight if you can when we get out of here. For example, this activity right here, this is a little recording activity. So you want to make sure that your system is all set up and that you don't have to do any troubleshooting or anything like that. Let me see, go back into the chat room. All right, go back to the chat room. So if we purchase a Cengage for Spanish 101, we will not have to purchase it again? No, you should not have to purchase it again. You should be able to just log in and keep it moving. How do I make a Cengage account? If you go to Blackboard, I posted under course materials. In course materials, there it is, instructions to join course. Click on this PDF and follow those directions. Your syllabus quiz is a bit confusing. One of your questions was, how many exams are in this course? On the list it says 3, and then the final exam. Do we count the final as an exam? Yes, you do, which means that you'll have 3 exams total this semester. I want you guys to read the syllabus carefully. That's why I make those syllabus questions a little bit hard. All right, guys, we have about 7 more minutes left here. Questions? You can type your questions into the chat, or you can ask out loud. Any more questions? Questions or concerns? Some of you are muted, so if you're talking, I can't hear you. Let me unmute you. Any questions? All right. So another question is, when we have oral assignments, where will we submit them? Your oral assignments will be submitted via MindTap unless I give you special instructions. If I ask you, let's say, for a video, then that's not via MindTap, then that's straight to my email. But mostly, I'd say 95% of everything you will submit on MindTap. What can we do to have the best learning experience in this class? Well, number one, I would keep up with the course calendar so you're not frustrated about your grades. You do have on certain assignments, you have multiple attempts, so don't just stop at one attempt. Some of the assignments, I made it so that you can't submit it unless you have 100. I do recommend that you buddy with either, if you're in 101, buddy with somebody in 101, or make yourself a little group. You can find out who's in your class on Blackboard, collaborate. You can reach out to each other. Right now in the chat room, in the group chat here, if you're interested and you want to link up with people, just go ahead and send a message to everyone what class you're in and let people know you want to link up so you can form study groups. And stay on top of your coursework. Definitely the biggest hindrance, I think, to online students is that they are procrastinators. They think that they can do all of the work Saturday, and then they get poor grades, and it kind of just accumulates. We really don't have a ton of grades. So if you start off the semester and you have C's and D's and F's, it's going to be really difficult to overcome that later on. So for the best learning experience, I would say link up with somebody in your class or a couple people in class, or even other students that are in other professors' classes. All of you are doing the same exact work and learning from the same exact book. So have a support system, and keep the lines of communication open, and do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. What if I have no knowledge of Spanish before taking this course? This is my second time taking a Spanish course. Last semester, I gave up and dropped the course because I didn't have a proactive teacher. Oh yeah, blame it on the teacher. So 101 and 102 are elementary courses, meaning they are entry-level courses for college students. So the same advice that I just gave for the best learning experience is the same advice that I would give here. And also extend yourself some grace. You know, last semester was last semester, this semester is this semester. Extend yourself some grace. Learn from the mistakes of last semester. And if you're still having troubles, hopefully you can pinpoint exactly what your troubles are and email me and we can meet. How many hours a week? Question, how many hours a week should this course require? I'd say successfully A students give 1 hour every day. A students give 1 hour every day. That's what I would say. More questions? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so I have shown you, oopsie. I have shown you MindTap. You have the instructions to join your course on MindTap. You have your syllabus and your course calendar on Blackboard. You have my contact information. You have everything that you need. We'll start off on the right foot. If there's no more questions, we only have about a minute left. If you think of anything else, you can email me. This meeting will be, it is videotaped. I will save it. I will upload it to YouTube, and I will send you a link where you can watch or listen to this video later. And I'm going to go ahead and stop share here in about 10 seconds. So if there's no other questions or comments or concerns or anything else, thank you for joining me this evening. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a preview of what you're going to do this semester. And I do look forward to a successful semester. And I wish you guys well. If you have any questions or concerns, email me. Okay? Have a good evening. Was this when I was little? Was this mine when I was little, like 4 years